What's up, bro?
I was the jumping jacks. 20,000 fucking trainers. You want to go hang out with Tarzan? 4 fucking jumping jacks. She being a fucking dad, especially because they don't know I kidnapped somebody. Like she has no idea I'm a savage. So she thinks I'm on the up and up. Like when we go to church and shit, she's like, "Daddy, look at Jesus." Yeah.
You were put in a position to defend yourself. What would come out? Would it be the jiu-jitsu training or would it be the jersey in you?
The gun, bitch. I'm 53. I ain't got time to hand-to-hand wrestle. I got a 22 in my asshole right now, pointing straight at you. You're in prison right now. You're dead. Yeah. You might as well sign your obituary.
There's riots in
If you're in prison
right
listening right now, you're dead. I'm sorry to tell you. You shouldn't have stole the hose. You should have killed the fucking witness. You're fucked up. You're dying. It's all over. You don't even need the electric chair. Right now, if they're gonna shoot a place up, it's this fucking nobody knows that shit, yeah? Look around for little securities and kids acting weird on Adderall and shit. It's a joke, folks. Take the stick out of your ass. Friday night, I know we're Christians, but fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Let's just make the normal for tonight.
You're irreverent for sure, and I love listening to you, some of your rants that you keep going on. Is there anything sacred to you?
No.
You ever had such a bad heckler where they like waited for you after the...
Has that ever happened?
No one fucks with you.
I got a little story for you. In 1998, I was doing a triple run. I get to this bar, I'm eating a bag of dicks. You know, it's a triple run. They're heckling me. And I tell the guy, go fuck yourself. A week goes by. I come back to Idaho Springs. I go to the mall. I'm broke. I'm eating that Chinese shit, you know, from the mall. I'm eating. Guess who comes up to me? The 2 fucking idiots that were heckling me the week before. And hey, man, you don't look so tough sitting there now. And I go, well, you guys really want a problem? And they forget, like I'm fucking Jersey. They forget.
Yeah, they forget.
I go, you really want a fucking
Check
problem?
the credentials, bro.
They actually turned their heads to me. They actually turned their backs to me. Took the tray with the Chinese food, and I blasted the motherfucker in the head. The egg roll exploded. I kept hitting them with the tray. I kicked them a few times, and then I walked out of the mall like nothing happened. There was this one nun, Sister Anna. There was Sister Marie. There was Sister Hyacinth. And there was Sister, Sister Patricia. Sister fucking Hyacinth was the most evil person that ever walked the fucking face of the earth. She's New Jersey. She looked just like Christy, all fucked up.
But shit doesn't taste like shit. It smells like shit. When you eat shit, it doesn't taste like shit.
Wait, what does it taste like?
It tastes
The
like
food you ate. It tastes like before. It's only brown now with the taste of intestines.
I mean, we were both little kids. And watching some grown adult smash our cousin in the face, we're like, eat. Like, you just gotta realize, like, hey, you can't, you know, you gotta be polite. There's some people that will smack you in the face, and she didn't do anything wrong. There's some evil fuckers out there that'll hit little kids. That's some dark shit, man.
There are a lot of insane parenting trends going on in 2017. I'm sizing you up. You don't look like the type to coddle your child, but you know what? You're a famous comedian. You make a couple bucks. You think of requiring nannies to have master's degrees. That's a big thing that's going on
Listen,
right
man,
now.
I live in fucking Valley Village up there with those fucking mutts. Take my kid to the Y to a swimming class, and I would go in there with him, my wife, both of us. You know how many fucking times I saw a nanny in the pool while the 2 fucking parents were sitting there on the fucking phone, okay?
Right, raising the kid.
When your kid's sucking dick or jumping up and down on Santa Monica, and you. Like $40,000 for that fucking line, and that was...
That's great.
With no residuals.
That's great.
Can you believe that shit?
You don't deserve residuals.
No. I fired the manager that told me, don't do that movie. That's for one day scale. I wouldn't do it.
Oy.
And
Harvey Weinstein was your manager.
Oh, no, it was some chick that thought she was badass. These nuns don't fuck around, guys. This is real old school fucking Catholicism. And no, I wasn't molested. I was an ugly kid that didn't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I have to thank Bobby Lee and my main man, Lee Saya. You happy, Cock?
I'm thrilled.
When somebody dies, I call people sometimes, and I go, I'm sorry about your death. And then right before the conversation ends, I go, what's in the will? I'm going to do the carnivore diet. Okay. So that means you're going to eat a steak for the rest of your fucking life 3 times a day and a piece of salmon.
Right.
That's what you're telling me.
Right.
Well, I'm going to do that. Everybody got something. I'm Cuban. I got a soft listen of the Jews in the Caribbean. I got a soft spot for fucking Jews. Understand me? So if you're a Jew, just act like a fucking Jew. Don't come up to me with sandals. Vote Republican. I don't want to hear shit. You're a Jew, motherfucker. Go find the hole, I'll slip, and we'll sue somebody. I love Lee. Lee has come home. Lee knows my family. Lee could come to my home whenever he wants. He knows that.
Yeah.
I know from doing the podcast that year in Lee's apartment and how he acted that I have never been back to one of Lee's apartments. A meeting at 1, they call you the day of, they got to push you back to 1:45. Yeah. There goes your whole fucking day. But thank God for Reefer.
Thank God for
Thank God for the podcast. So what's up, boy? You gonna yell at every fucking yoke man? You gonna co-host cocksucker? We'll talk after. That's it. Enough, cocksucker. I love it. By the way, I need you like fucking putting a practice in all my work. I don't need that shit. Let me close and we'll talk afterward, all right? I was fucked up on drugs.
Did y'all ever fuck?
No. What, are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking crazy? No.
I don't think it's crazy you would fuck someone. I think people fuck each other.
If I'm telling you, you can't mention my name around her. I just grabbed and I kept banging her fucking head. I don't give a fuck. You fuck. And I know. A lot of you motherfuckers like, Joey, you can't hit a woman. She's a fucking nun. Big fucking difference, okay? Big fucking difference. A couple nights ago, I went to Communism Port #1 with my wife, Starbucks. And I went to Starbucks, went to dinner. It was date night. I took out the dinner and went, I'm going to Starbucks, get a coffee. Let's go get a coffee. Went and got a coffee. And we went to Starbucks, and we were dealing with possibly the dumbest person.
The kids are getting dumb, dude.
The dumbest person I ever met in my life.
So go fuck yourself, you cunt. Hold on 1 second. Take a joke. Take a shuttle. Joey Diaz, Facebook, Twitter. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big dicks in your ass. Oh, okay, that's enough. All right, get out of here. You're a fucking deal. This is my thing. I'm the umpire. Stay black. Stay black, because that's the most important. Okay.
And doing that. I'm going to do that. The no carbs diet. Wait till you get the zanies, and it's 1 a.m.
It's true.
What are you going to eat?
I'm on my 3rd show of the night. I mean,
do you have any almond milk in Chicago at 3 a.m?
Yeah.
Man. Bah!
Crazy group of humans that came over.
I always want you to do the impersonation of me when Italian people in Jersey found out that Marlon Brando is gay. Calls you up the next day and goes, dog, I watched you last night. You ate 16 hot dogs and 3 sodas, and you're fucking breathing heavy. It's time you go to fucking lose some weight. If you do that in today's society, people get pissed off at you.
Right.
20 years ago, you have friends for to tell you, that tattoo's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Go cut your fucking arm off. Go do something.
Yeah.
But now people lie to you just not to hurt you. These fat people here. You ever see these 500-pound people with blue hair?
Yeah.
Go to fucking people. Look, save on the blue hair and just go to the fucking gym. And him and his boys are going to try to get me, but it was too late. Yeah. I had already been transferred to Bill Kraut Subaru as a fucking salesman. So suck my dick and call me shorty. I was born in 1940. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's been tough up to now. The earthquake in Mexico, the White House, whoever the fuck is going on. But it don't matter. They want to shoot. It's time for us to fucking shoot, cocksuckers. They want to get down and dirty. Don't forget who the fuck we are. You understand me? We're the baddest motherfuckers out there. You send a message to that fucking North Korean. He's gonna be sniffing my dick and sucking my asshole. That's the focus. We're going to North Korea in like a year. It's gonna be an island. It's gonna glow in the dark. You know why? Because we're Americans, cocksuckers. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Stop with the gun control. They're selling more guns than ever the last 3 days. Stop with the fucking whining. Stop with the Russians on Facebook. I don't give a fuck. Worry about yourself. Keep your eyes open and get the fuck off Snapchat and fucking Twitter, cocksucker. Stay black.
Oh, that sounds like a M. Night Shyamalan movie, right? They kill a bunch of homeless people. Like Satan's involved. It's like they just move them away. Where do they ship them?
I don't know.
Looks like they're throwing them down in Miami and in L.A.
Well, I lived in Colorado. In Colorado, the homeless people would commit crimes. They figured out what crimes they would get 60 days for. and they would commit that crime, plead guilty, do the 60 days just to get out of the winter. Because in those days, Boulder would give you tobacco. You were allowed. They would give you tobacco, but you had to roll it.
Really?
That type of shit. Yeah, Boulder County Jail. In 1991, Boulder County Jail and some other jail were voted number 1 and 2 jails in the country.
Wow.
That people would want to go to those jails. Then Boulder built a new jail, and it became fucking communist land, like Aspen.
Communist land? What do you mean?
Yeah, like no cigarettes. Everybody had to wear uniforms. No more staying up till 2 in the morning. When
What
I was
was
in
wrong with the
Boulder County Jail,
way? What was good? The good way.
Boulder County Jail was a paradise.
Well, what was wrong with that?
It got out.
It got out that it was too nice.
Right. So, like I'm telling you, homeless people would commit a crime to do 60 days.
Can I ask you something
Go
about
ahead.
this? As a person who's been in jail, would it motivate you more? This is an honest question. Would it motivate you more if you were in jail and it was nice and comfortable in there and you got to relax and calm down? Or would it motivate you more if they brought you into some communist type jail as you described it, where everybody had to wear uniforms, there was no cigarettes, there was no fun, they limited your outside time? What would
I did both.
What
I
do you
didn't-
think, as a person who's been through, what would be most effective in rehabilitating you? I mean, that's the idea, right?
I
Is
don't
to punish
give a
and rehabilitate.
If right now you said to me, you got to stay in this fucking building for 6 months. This is going to be your jail. This is like Pablo Escobar's jail. It's still jail. I want you to remember that.
Right.
You cannot leave the building for 6 months. I will let you go out to the front in a cage 1 hour a day. But you got to figure out what you're going to do in here for 12 months. It's a cage. Yes, I have more options here. I could lift weights. I could do different parts of my body. I could shoot pool, blah, 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 blah. Boulder was very simple. Boulder, you got locked up. They gave you linens. You either took them or you didn't. No, I want to get my own clothes. So you called home. At lunchtime, Joe Rogan brought me my jeans, my sneakers, my T-shirts. I'm wearing my own clothes. So now they determine what you are in for, nonviolent or violent. If you're a nonviolent offender, the world is yours.
The violent ones are the ones that get
Okay,
the other
so-
violent ones.
So now, violent offenders, depending on what you do as violent, you go into one sector. And that sector, the longer you're in there, the more rewards you get. So if you're in green, you stay up till 10, and they got cable TV. If you're red, you stay up till 11, and they got cable TV. If you're purple, you stay up till 1.
1 a.m.
Oh, my God, Boulder County Jail was tremendous.
1 a.m. and
So
TV. And cigarettes.
I didn't drink milk. Milk is big in jail because the bodybuilders like milk. It's like fucking drugs.
Really?
So I would trade you my milk for your Kool-Aid. All right? So I was in there drinking fucking Kool-Aids and shit because I fucking hate milk. Boulder was a paradise compared to other jails. Oh, listen to this. Thanksgiving Day, when I was locked up Thanksgiving Day, yeah. The guard came in, and I'll never forget, his name was Ron. And he opened up the cell door, and there was a phone there. And he goes, anybody who needs to use the phone, use the phone. I figured out, in those days you had to press 9 to get an outside line. I pressed 8 to see if I get long distance, nothing. I pressed 7, nothing. 6, nothing. 5, nothing. 4, fucking long distance. I got to call my peeps in Jersey for 20 minutes apiece. You just figure out different things. Then they send you to a place where somebody looks you in the eye and says, strip down. And you got to go take a shower, and then you come out and they put a finger up your ass. You got contraband, and they give you tidy whites and an orange jumpsuit.
So they put like a rubber glove on and then lube their front.
Does it matter?
It does.
At that point, I didn't give a fuck. And the finger up my ass it breaks you down as a man as much as anything in the world. That's the first breakdown.
Wow.
To turn you around, to let you know they run you. They're gonna stick it up your ass. Then you go to your cell, and those guys in there are not very nice. They weren't like the Boulder County Jail guys. Those guys would kick your bed and make you get up, turn your light on in the middle of the night, and say, get out of bed, we're going to do a search at 2 in the morning. Those people are not nice at all. Then I got transferred to Summit County Jail, which was a fucking paradise. 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 Handball all day outside. TV till 2 in the morning. TVs in your cell. Black and white TVs in your cell. Basic cable. You could be up all night. If you wanted to go to breakfast, you ate breakfast. If not, you could sleep through breakfast and we'd eat your breakfast for you. And then from there, they shipped me off to the Department of Corrections. That's where it's the nitty-gritty. If you think black people talk at a movie theater at night, don't go there. Don't go there. Black people talk all night. It's 6 or 7 floors, and I was in there in August with full humidity in Canyon City, Colorado.
Wow.
All right, with a little window, and I was like on the 3rd floor. I couldn't breathe. And in those days, they let you out. You took 2 showers a week, and 1 hour a day you went outside. After that, you were just in the cell by yourself. And at night it froze. In the daytime, it was like fucking being sweating in a fucking tin can. You were in a tin can in the daytime.
No air conditioning.
No, oh, shit. Listen, 2 showers. And then the 3 meals. And then the first week is good because you actually get out of your cell to go test. They test you everything. Your math, your English. They fucking put a bunch of pictures in front of you. They put you through psychiatry. They take your blood out. They do everything. And then they assess you. And then they have... I took care of all the dots. Okay? There's a bunch of dots you have to dot your I's. Like, if you have a high school diploma, you get a point. If you were working at the time of arrest, you get a point. If you were up to paying rent. So I got a bunch of points for that. It's so funny how.
Your podcast with your wife is one of my favorite podcasts. It's so fucking consistently silly.
It is very
You guys
silly.
are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And people get silly when they get on it.
They do, yeah.
And then, I start, like, seeing things like, oh, this is like a your mom's house bit. I need to send it to Tom.
Yeah, you
Like,
sent me good ones.
I tell a story about taking a shit without 90 people hitting me up the next day telling me that was the most brilliant story in the world. We're going to send it to Tom Segura. Tell a shit
I know,
story.
I'm the shit. It's awesome.
I fart myself, something disgusting. And 2 days, sure enough, you're
serious.
playing the fucking YouTube video. Howling with your wife. I'm howling.
Shit stories for sure. And he told us about when he shit in his backyard and somebody thought a bear had come.
The lady, she would let her dogs out every day at night. And then she would clean up. They were all French poodles.
Yeah.
So
ass is high up in the air. We're just reeling back from the shit. Like, what the
she
fuck?
went like this. She looked at it. She's like 58, so she squinted at the shit up against the wall. But here's what's beautiful. I took a shit and I put my back against the wall. So when you shit outside, it's not going to be a decent shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be like explosive. So when I got up, it looks like somebody got shot in the head. There was shit behind me on the wall. So she's sitting there with her little poodles and her little chihuahuas, and she's looking at the wall like, what the fuck happened there? And all of a sudden, she actually walks up close to it and squints and looks down on it and looks around and runs in the house. I'm watching all this. I can't breathe. And now I go to the computer because my wife's very decent. And I'm sitting there for a half hour. And then my wife comes in and she goes, were you home all day today? I go, yeah, why? She goes, I just had a conversation with Susan. She wanted to know if you heard anything in the backyard because some animal took a shit there. I went to get sushi. You ever go get sushi and eat a lot of it? That pushes everything out of your ass.
Yes.
And you had plans to go get a weed store. You were going to go to the post office. But I made a detour. I planned to go home, but I left the house key in the house. So I had to climb around the window. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So when I pulled myself up, I actually landed with my stomach on the window.
And now you really
made it push it out more. Like I'm like, and my hands are struggling in the window, and my little feet are on the other side, and the cats are meowing at me, scratching at me, right? Like it's me, you fuck. And so I ran down the stairs and shit outside. I couldn't get in the house.
Oh my God.
The best night I took a shit in Faberman's backyard after a 5-hour drive. from Colton or some weird town.
Didn't he not talk to that for a
Yeah,
while?
for a while. I took a shit, and then he ran over it with his car, and the whole backyard smelled like sewage waste. I go over there the next day. He goes, "It smells back here. Let's talk in the house." He goes, and you can see the brown shit. He smushed it with this tire and a bunch He didn't talk to me for a month after that. Who takes the shit? God,
How did he find out
the truth? I thought, what am I going to lie to the guy?
Oh, that's hard to clean up.
Wow. Yeah.
You can clean up dog shit. It doesn't even make you gag.
But human shit?
Bum shit?
Yeah.
If you had to clean up some wino shit, if you had to use one of those scrapers.
Yeah. It smells so much stronger, man.
We're gross.
It's so much.
No. Take a shit. It's okay. It's till you cut it in half. You ever cut a shit in half?
No.
When that milk, when that Reese's peanut butter leaks out. Yeah. Oh my God.
He's like, I studies.
No. When you go when you go to prison,
you have to cut
the shit like in a tube while people are watching TV. Like when you go to county jail, you shit right there. So black guys will be laying there watching TV with their feet up, and all of a sudden they smell a little shit, and they're like, "Put some water in that hole, motherfucker!" Like they'll yell it from the other end of the fucking prison. Because that means you took a shit and you're sitting there, and the shit's making. So in prison, as soon as you shit, you got to put water on it.
Yeah.
But there's 20 ounces of water a day. So whatever time you follow me? So if you take a piss, sometimes the piss has to stay there until the next day until you take a good shit. But when you take a shit in jail, bro, that's what they'll tell you.
Put some water.
Put a hole in that motherfucking hole, dog. I can smell that shit right now. I'm trying to watch Oprah. But that's what smells. Once the hole sucks, it's like when you go to Vegas.
Yeah.
They have that sucking action.
Yep.
Well, if you take a shit for inches, once that sucking thing breaks, it looks like two new chucks. Once that breaks, it's over.
It's over.
And they put the bathroom right by the door, the front entrance. So you can't have nobody come over.
Right.
That's why I always go downstairs.
To take shit?
Don't tell no more, because it kills the whole room for 2 hours.
We worked House of Blues in Vegas, and Joey left an onshore shit. You know what an onshore shit is? He was so fat at the time that he couldn't sit down in like the regular toilet. You were like, what were you
400,
like? He was giant. But when he would take a shit, he would have to balance himself mostly on the very edge of the front because his ass was so big.
Wow.
He didn't shit in the water. He shit on the deck.
No.
Oh,
So it would be sticking out.
So
One of those
sticking out.
whales.
You ain't never seen a shit like that before.
I would sit on the toilet, but I don't like my... He
was on the edge.
It wasn't that I was fat. I don't like my dick inside the toilet.
Right.
Somebody's on the toilet. I tell my wife, I don't even let my wife pee in public. Monkey, I don't want that monkey touching the other fucking thing. So when I shit in a public bathroom, I hold my balls.
Okay.
And I shit towards the edge. I don't give a fuck. It's somebody else's bathroom.
Right. So you're
Why not just
forward.
hold balls and sit where you are?
Because if I'm back there, I got crabs one time, and if they're sitting on they'll jump from that toilet inward like they jumping over a
I
moat.
like the people saying they got crabs in the toilet as an excuse.
Oh, sometimes you could get crabs from anywhere, but
But
why
I thought
take
you
it
know from hair. They only clean the hairs. I don't think they will stay on an actual toilet.
That's probably definitely right.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things. Like, how'd you get crabs? I took a shit at the gas station. That had to be it. That's what I always figured it was.
No, so I always hold my nuts. And when I shit, it was long, and Red Band put ketchup on it. Remember, Red Band went in there and put ketchup on it?
Unfortunately, I think that was a different time.
Okay.
This has not happened
This is a
just
different-
once.
yeah.
There's been many times.
Those things just like sticking out of
So
the
you
water.
go in there, smell. You know how when you take an epic shit, it's an above water shit. It comes out like the fucking Big Island of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Just rises through the water.
Yeah.
Like I've done that many times because I eat too much.
Yeah.
And I'll take these shits that are just like so big. They're preposterous. But there's a totally different smell to those shits because you're smelling raw shit outside of the water.
Right.
I mean, it's gone through the water.
Yeah.
And it's poking into
It's strong.
What is it about that makes you happy? What is it about
It's a
that
sense of
horrible
accomplishment,
smell? You're
first
like,
of all.
oh, this is a good one right here.
It doesn't come that often either.
No,
But I
above
think-
water shit.
Yeah, like a comet. Like
And
you're
it's-
just like this doesn't happen all the time.
It's diarrhea too. It's never like a super like thick log.
It's weird when the second wave is diarrhea. Like when you take like
Oh,
a night,
right.
you're like
Like
good
logs.
shit, and you're proud of yourself.
Yeah.
And you're like, I think I got a little more in there, and it's like, raw, and it's just a fucking.
You know what? That's
what
healthy eating.
Healthy eating does that.
Yeah. If you eat some MCT oil or
Yeah.
some coconut oil,
Why
or
does
some
it do
shit,
that?
Lubes up your pipes.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
silly
like-
because to now I have the office, the back office, and it's connected to a bathroom. It's got a door. So I don't live with stink no more. I open the door in the morning.
I live with stink.
I got a backyard. I shit. I smoke the bowl
You
while
don't
I'm
shit in the
shitting.
backyard anymore.
No. But
Okay.
my door goes faces to the backyard.
Oh.
I have my own bathroom in the bedroom, then one in the
That's
kitchen,
nice.
in the hallway. But I got one in
Yeah,
the
don't
back
put a
of the
woman
office
through one of
now.
yours.
No,
Jesus.
I got
It's
my
not
own
necessary.
shower back there.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Open the back door. Fuck the fan. I just open the back door. There's a school behind there, kids playing. I'm shitting, smoking dope. I don't give a Frenchman's fuck, and it don't smell in there no more. I light a candle.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful. That's what you need, is a bathroom with a door that faces outside.
The worst is when you go to a girl's house and you go to use her bathroom and you smell matches.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh no, she was lighting this motherfucker up.
Yeah.
And then it just makes you think.
That's all you're thinking
She's
about.
like burning off fumes,
Her stinky
methane.
butt. Yeah. Just stinky butt.
Panicking about her methane.
You ever get to
fumes.
this place and then you feel the gurgles and you're like,
Ooh,
I've
that's
got to
not
rip
good.
one. Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
I've had it before.
I was dating a girl once and she had ferocious diarrhea. Ferocious. So she was
All
in
regularly,
yeah.
or just
no,
like
no,
one
one
episode?
time.
Yeah.
And she went to the bathroom and she just turned on the shower and she turns on both things on the sink.
Whoa. Yeah.
And she
Try to
like,
drown it
just
out.
had all that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was very young at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I was super confused. What the fuck is going on in there?
I had once in college, I was at this girl's place and she was just like, hey, it's game on. Like, go for it. And I was
Right.
like, I have to take, and I could feel that it was a diarrhea shit, like an explosive diarrhea shit. And I also realized there was no way to do it, that it would just be a black toilet when I was done, and that there's no way I could cover it. So you know what I did?
What?
I went back to my place. I was like, I'll see you some other time or whatever.
Right.
And the next day, her friends were like, "You're like the fucking," like they gave me credit. Like that they thought
were a
I was
good guy?
Good. They're like, "You're awesome," and I was like, "No, I had to take."
Yeah,
a
girl. You know why
crazy
girls do?
shit.
Because they're not getting fucked, and they don't want their friend to get fucked.
Right.
And so they use reverse psychology
Yeah.
on you. You're an amazing guy.
I got an amazing
hope
guy
you-
credit.
I hope you wait forever.
That's so cool that you laugh.
And when you get married, tell her when you get married, you love her so much. You don't even want to have sex after you.
Never.
Because it's not about that.
Right.
It's about real love.
Yeah,
Like
well-
Twilight love.
If it had bowels that were intact, it would have been a different story that night. But
Bowels?
Bowels?
Oh,
My
bowels. Yeah. Yeah, there's time when you know that it's. And the sensitivity of your inner asshole region
Oh,
is
man.
amazing.
It is. It knows.
Yes, when you go to seep out a fart, right? When you're like about to cut a fart, and then all of a sudden alarms start going off. You're like, oh no,
Oh, yeah.
oh no, and you got to clamp shut. You're like, oh Jesus, what is this?
We were having a debate yesterday about why are they sometimes hot? Like, why is it hot? And then why do you know that hot's going to smell bad?
Spicy, bro.
But is that what it is solely?
Imagine.
I don't know. I was telling you guys that one time my freshman year, I didn't take a shit for a week and a half. I used to American cheese and a ride of fries.
Wait a minute.
Listen to me.
How long is that?
This
10
is
days?
That's a long,
I was
man.
When I was
How
a
were you
freshman,
alive?
I played freshman ball, and we were playing Patterson East Side. That's
Wait.
just a jungle of a school. Like, you got to be careful when you go in there. And we went there to play the Christmas tournament.
Wait, what kind of ball are we talking right now?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball.
And I hadn't taken a shit for like 10 days. I was backed up something. I took acid, something fucked my stomach up. I didn't tell nobody. In those days, I was really scared of doctors, and I wouldn't say shit to nobody. And on the way home, we got on the bus. And while we were waiting there, my stomach started hurting. And I said, Jesus Christ, I don't know if I'm going to shit myself or fart, but let me just take a chance.
Good move.
And I blew this fart, Joe Rogan. That was so bad. Right? We were on a bus, and people started running, you know, the school buses? People started running to the windows, right? To swing down the bus windows. But here's what gets better. I farted again. And the teachers were going, oh my God, he's changing flavors. But the worst thing was the cheerleaders were crying. That's how bad it smelled. They were sitting in front of the bus going,
Wait a minute, he's changing flavor.
One of the teachers yelled out, oh my God, he's changing flavors. That's how bad these farts were.
Oh my God, he's changing
The
flavors.
whole bus stunk. So I'll never forget looking at the cheerleaders and they were like, oh my God, we've never smelled like this before. It was fucking god awful.
I wrote a blood one of Joey's farts once.
Was that on a plane?
Yes.
I think I read that.
It's called Happy Pills. And it was I was looking at this ad. I was looking at this ad for antidepressants.
Oh, my God.
You know, it's some girl dancing around a field of wheat and shit. You know those ads.
Yeah.
And
I'm good.
I was just thinking about like what what depresses people and how crazy people are and how crazy. Oh, it's still up there. You can still find it. Anyway, at the end, this is a really like me. We're both of us are barbecued. I don't know what the fuck. What do we eat? Edibles? Some sort of edibles?
It was in the beginning. Lollipop was way in the beginning.
We were crucified.
And Rogan was asleep.
Yeah.
He was going in and out, but he wrote on the blog, and I don't even have to look at it. The fart was strong. He's lucky I farted because it was a lot better than the Antonio Banderas movie he was watching. Something to do with an Antonio Banderas movie.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
But I do remember the lady behind you. I will never forget hearing her over the earphones.
Yeah.
I hear, "Oh my God!" There it is. Over the pounding sound in my iPod, I hear him in the row behind us cry out, "Oh my God!" I look over at Joey and he smiles. There's your fucking happy pill right there.
And you're right, Banderas. It says right
Told
there.
you.
Oh, what was it?
Some bad movie.
Oh yeah.
Teaching underprivileged youth how to salsa.
Oh, that's what I was watching. I was watching a terrible movie.
Terrible. We both were.
And Joey farted the fart of all farts.
Oh, man. Do you remember the way?
You off the seat? You ever had those farts on the plane? You actually feel your leg like you're in one of those chairs. When you're in a plane and it's going to go down, what's the button you push to throw you off the plane?
The ejector seat?
That's what it was. It like injected me a little bit.
He digs the belt into your waist.
Oh my God, it was terrible. But another time I fought. I used to take the #1 bus from Jersey City to North Bergen to the high school, and we were on the bus one morning, kids, and there was a guy reading a paper. I could live to be 100 and never forget this. Reading the Daily News, and he had a connector of drool from his lip to the Daily News, and it was a puddle. He was on heroin. They would go to Jersey City those days and get methadone. So they would take the bus up north with us. So I'm sitting there, he's passed the fuck out. And the drool is connected to the Daily News, and there's got to be just 6 inches of puddle. This guy's been passed out for 20 minutes. I point my ass at him. I'm not sitting behind. I'm sitting across from him.
Yeah.
And I lift up my hips a little bit. And I kept my asshole just pointed at him. That even if it wasn't pointed at him, it would ricochet off the chair and go straight into his mouth. Like one of those. He's sitting there, and I let a fart go out. I could live to be 80. He lifted his eyes like this first, right? Like he went like this first, like, and he wiped his mouth. And he's like, "Man, who the fuck farted?" He goes, "It smelled like something when somebody's that died." And me and my little buddies were like, what, in the 7th grade?
Yeah.
We're fucking giggling our asses off. He's like, "I should beat the fuck out of whoever farted on this motherfucker."
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is why I hate people. This is why I hate when I read posts.
You gotta give me a second.
This is why I hate when I read posts from people going, "Are you sick and tired of blue comedy? Well, come down to the Stanford Theater on Friday night and listen to intelligent comedy. They call it thought-provoking comedy." And then I think about how many times I'm 54 years old, and at night I got a sleep apnea machine on. And there's a little needle in the sleep apnea machine because the hose punches into your fucking mouth. So there's an escape valve that's the size of a needle. Do you know how many nights I will sit there and be half asleep and I'll need to fart? And I'll wake up just to fart to see if I could smell the fucking fart come through that hole.
Do you?
Yes. If it's through the hole, it's on this fart. I just wake up like I go, "Honey, you got to inhale it." Like it's that good. I'm 54 years old. That always makes me laugh. Tom Segura. Sticky Charlie got him. Like,
Stick Charlie.
what was his name? The Martini.
Mr. Martini.
Mr. Martini got him. Like when you first moved to 88th Street, that's the first thing to tell you. Like I was
Keep this guy.
Don't fuck with Mr. Martini.
Oh Jesus, he's a monster.
Mr. Martini wore a black suit with a white shirt and black shoes. His wife would die, and he owned a building on 88th in the middle. And he was angry, and he would sweep. And you know, like when you stop in front of somebody's house, he would always come out and go, "Get the fuck out of here, you little fucking douchebags! Get the fuck!" And I was Cuban, didn't understand the language. I didn't really understand what he was saying. I understood the anger, but I didn't understand the language. And he would come out with a broom, "Get the fuck out of here." And one day I realized, I'm like, this motherfucker wants to So while my other friends didn't want to fuck with him, I'm going to fuck with this motherfucker. So all Cubans have that like water in their house, and it's something that your mother throws change in every day.
Yeah.
It's like a statue, and I would steal it and bring it downstairs, and I would look at the poorer kids, and I'd go, come here for a second. You want a quarter? And they would go, yeah, I got a quarter. And I would take a quarter and throw it. Where Mr. Martini lived, he lived like in a basement area. He ran the whole bed. He'd be right there, and he'd chase us. We'd go, Mr. Martini, suck my weenie. And he'd fucking chase us. And Doug, he'd chase us.
Oh, my God.
And if he caught you, he would fucking hit you like 50 times. But fucked him up. We would fuck him up. Dog, I saw some shit the first day. Like, New Jersey to me was a completely... That was like Mars to most people. Like, most people listen to me and go, you grew up someplace that doesn't exist. I'll hate people to fill these chairs, to tell you about the parents and the people and the situations. But the first day I went out in my home in North Bergen, I saw me and Joe Rogan fight. And even though I had Joe Rogan's back, I saw Joe Rogan's father come down the stairs, pull me off Joe Rogan, smack me, punch me, kick me, throw me on the floor, and make his kids go in. That was my first experience ever in North Bergen, New Jersey. I saw Mr. Robson come downstairs. He took Anthony off, his son, threw him off, smacked him in the fucking face, Joe Rogan, 2:30 to fucking noon, 90-degree heat, punched him in the stomach and told him to go home, you little guinea fuck. Go home, you little guinea fuck. Say that now. They'll throw you in jail for 2 years. Go home, you little guinea fuck. And Anthony looked at him crying a little, picked up his shirt. He went like this, like he took the thing off, and he goes, I'm calling fucking father. You're fucking dead, motherfucker. Call your fucking guinea fucking greaseball father. Go ahead, I dare you. He's probably a greaseball just like you. And I'm sitting there going, I want to see how this plays out. And next thing you know, 2 cars pull up. And the cop car that's unmarked, and it's the one that's marked. And it's a fucking Italian-looking detective. Like, you know, the short, stumpy Italian comes out of his car. He puts his fucking jacket on. It really fits. But till this day, I remember the mortadellas he had on his hand. And he goes, what the fuck's going on here, kids? A little Italian kid comes on. He goes, this fucking Mr. Robson came down here and he fucking smacked me in the face. My witnesses tell him. Then he fucking hit me. And I'm saying, oh, this is going to get fucking good. And the next thing you know, the fucking cop, the detective tells the cop, go around, see if there's tickets. Go tickets. And he goes, where's this guy live? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, he grabbed all the other, and he goes, tell me what happened. And he goes, Anthony and him were fighting, and he came down here and he fucking pulled him. And at this time, the cops are there. And Mr. Robson, I kind of opened his door kind of tough. Like, he's not coming up here. He's going to know I'm going to knock him out, too. And the cop, okay. And he grabbed the kid and he goes, you're okay, right? And yeah. He goes, he just hit me in the face. And he fucking walked up the stairs, bro. Took him 5 minutes. Got to the top. Guy opened the fucking door. Joe Rogan, this guy put his hand in. Pulled him out. Fucking put him against the fucking thing on the second floor with everybody out. And just started playing.
Oh.
Punching him like fucking John Jones when he's got you. He's hitting you with those shots to the head until the guy keeled over and they started kicking him with the fucking thing. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. And at the end he goes, don't you ever fucking hit my son again. Let's get out of here. Oh. And that was how I became friends with Emily. Because as soon as he came down, who's this kid? He goes, he's the spit kid. He's the only one that did. He goes, you want to come over for dinner? And that was the beginning of my life. When I got in that police car. Because I did whatever the fuck I want. Look at this, till today. This is fucking crazy. And you know me and you don't fuck around.
What do you got over there?
This is still what happened in 1973. And what's that today? A gold card.
What does this card do?
It does what it needed to do. It does whatever I needed to do. You know what I'm saying?
You're a family member.
Why? Because of that fucking day. Because I'm the only guy that jumped in.
I like how cops have things like that.
Fuck
family
yeah.
member. You get a little hit from one of your buddies who's a cop. Show this. You ever get pulled over? Put this on your license plate. Look at this little sneaky little thing.
So not tight. I'm eating at the house.
Awesome.
I'm eating fucking pasta with fresh mozzarella in the middle.
Oh.
I could open up the front door whenever I want. I call the mama. She makes cream puffs.
Oh, wow.
So I'm tight. I'm the only Cuban in 1974 even walking in there. So now we're in the 6th grade, and we're playing kickball. Kinley had no fuck. Remember 2 months ago, Ellen DeGeneres donated $50,000 to a school. It was my grandma's school in North New Jersey. About 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres donated $50,000. Now, when I went to that school, those motherfuckers didn't have a gym, Joe Rogan. You shovel snow to get a B.
Shovel?
You shovel snow. When it snowed out, you shovel snow.
That was part of your education?
Yeah, and you did push-ups and sit-ups. And
that's like Russian shit.
Bro, and the fucking
like
bar in the kitchen where you
Rocky
did pull-ups. No, they were brutal. Finally, they built it in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
But before that, all outside in the fall. And one day we were playing kickball on Earth. The guy's name was Mr. Tortora. That was the teacher's name. Was he a good guy? He was a good little gym teacher. And we're out there and we're playing kickball. And again, that little Italian kid, the one that invited me to his house, that his father beat up the fucking dude, we'll kickball and he's throwing the ball. And every time I swing and I miss, he's calling me Coco Caremoco. That means I'm a face in Spanish because it rhymes with Coco, right? And the teacher keeps going, Anthony, I told you 1,000 times, that spick shit's allowed here. This is 6th grade, North Bergen, New Jersey. This is a school teacher. Mr. None of that spickaroo shit over here, right? This is America, right?
Really?
Oh, bro, that was a big issue because a couple weeks before that, a guy named Totor was a baseball coach, and he threw a kid off for speaking Spanish on the bus. He told him in Spanish on the bus, and fuck you, and he spoke Spanish, and he threw him off like 20 miles from the house. Big problem in my hometown. They were going to kill the fucking dude. But I remember going home, my mom going, he's the truth. In the house, you speak Spanish. This is outside, you speak American. So my mom cut me right there. Like, I went home, like, ready to fucking be like a pester. And she was like, that don't happen here. We're Americans. You want to talk Spanish, talk to them.
There's a real benefit to being able to speak more than one language.
Definitely is. It's a complete different mindset. I'm happy I do it. I speak to my daughter in Spanish. If I tell my Aunt Mercy something, I re-ask her in Spanish. If I know something, I retell her in Spanish.
Nice.
Can do a lot in 1975 with $1,000 with 2 kids.
My grandma's obsessed with the numbers.
Yeah,
she was obsessed, and she would always have like a number in her head that she thought it was going to be, and it was like 1 off or something like that. It was like these stories she would tell you.
What would you?
What can I say? I was like 5. I just remember it very distinctly. My grandmother went to jail for running numbers. And didn't rat him out, so they put her in jail. And so she made sweaters, gave sweaters to the guards. Mrs. D, she's the nicest lady.
How did you know your grandmother had done time? What did you think?
We didn't know until I was probably like, I wonder when I found out. I think maybe I found out in my teenage years. And I was like, what? What the fuck? Like, people would go to see her. Like, where's, I don't want to say my grandma's name out of respect, but people would say, you know, where is she? And she went to visit her cousin, or she went to see her aunt. And she was, you know, she was in the pokey for like 6 months. I forget what time it was, but every time we would go over there was like some new excuse.
See, in New Jersey, they put you in New Jersey, they put you in jail for gambling. In New York City, they don't. They give you a ticket. You know, they would give you a ticket and shit in those days. I don't know what it's like now. They'll throw you in jail for weed now in New York City. I don't fucking know.
My mother was one of the few people I've ever known where I legitimately thought they had intuition. She has weird intuition. She would do things. It was real weird. Like, when my mother was a kid, there was a rainstorm. It was like a real bad rainstorm. And for whatever reason, my grandmother decided to wake my mother up, take her out of her bed, and bring her downstairs. Some crazy hunch that she had. The ceilings collapsed, like right above the bed where my mom was sleeping. So like pieces of, you know, it wasn't a lot. It was just chunks of plaster. But like, you know, 3 or 4 pretty significant pieces of plaster fell off of the ceiling. It was rain came through it, the whole deal. Like the ceiling gave out. Somehow or another, she had this idea in her head. And it could be because she knew that the ceiling was fucked up, and she knew it was raining hard, and it was probably going to give in anyway. Or she might have had intuition. And everyone was always convinced it was intuition. Everyone was always convinced like she's like a little bit psychic. It was always weird. It was always weird. Did I tell you about her monkey?
Jersey.
Yes, in Newark, New Jersey, had a monkey named Chi-Chi. And Chi-Chi would bite everybody but my... They made her keep the monkey in the attic. Yo, my grandma was crazy. She had a monkey who would open up packages of gum and chew gum.
Do you know how or where the fuck she got it from?
She bought it.
Christ.
She bought a monkey. Yo, I'm telling you, my grandma was crazy.
Listen, people had butchers in days, and they get you anything. Alligator, pigeon.
Man, do you understand how crazy it is?
Do you remember?
Chi-Chi. The monkey's name was Chi-Chi.
Did he bite-
No, he never bit me, but he bit my sister. He bit my sister. Yeah, Chi-Chi would fuck you up. I think he bit my sister. I think he tried to bite my sister. I think it was one of those things. He might have bit my cousin. Someone in our family got bit.
What?
Touched him. I couldn't
Was
even
that the
get
Irish
close.
side or
no,
the
Italian side?
Yeah, they're nuts.
She was crazy.
And once you give, no disrespect, but once you give those lunatics that option that they do have in, you're done. Yes. You're fucking done. Start giving you the fish eyes.
Dude.
Don't do shit. You got to listen.
Her cooking was from another planet. It's from another planet. It was like pure immigrant cooking. Like the pasta, the lasagna. You just sit there and go, holy shit. Just perfect. Just knew exactly what's supposed to be in there. She'd bake her own, she would make her own macaroni. She'd make her own ravioli. She would stuff her own ravioli. She'd be out there rolling and flattening out flour and shit, throwing the flour on top of it, flattening it out. She was a wizard.
So he's your monkey, call it cheat. Just out of respect, a little monkey, and keep it here, dog. Out of respect.
Was a special lady. She was powerful.
Yeah, once you those listen, when I was a kid, man, I went to my buddy's judo school. I just went down there to see what it was like. And it was hidden in Union City. It was on 7th Street. But I knew that my stepdad played cards on 9th Street on Wednesdays.
Wow.
Okay, I knew my stepdad played down there. They played baccarat. Okay, and they'd gamble in this little club. And I had to be maybe 10, but because I grew up how I grew up, and with the numbers, I always had my eyes out as a kid. When I went to judo that night, at the end, I got in the bus to go back, and I noticed unmarked police cars. And I went home that night, and look, bro, you know me, dog. Get Christy Love used to be a show on ABC about a black chick that knew martial arts. They tried to capitalize on it with her sister. And she was good with an afro, and she was a cop. And she'd come in and do karate moves. On Wednesday nights at 9 or 10 o'clock, you caught me at home watching Get Love. And I'll never forget that my stepdad was leaving that night. And for some reason, I go, you going to play baccarat tonight? And he looked at me. He was getting dressed, suit on. He had like the Billy Bat suit and shit. Like, you play cards with 5 men. Why are you getting dressed to the nines?
Right.
And I said to him, I said, hey, man, today I went down to go to Martin's judo school, and I saw a bunch of unmarked cars down there. If I was you, I wouldn't go out to that. And he fucking just looked at me. He said, I love you, and he walked down the stairs. He got car started, opened the garage, bro. And 10 minutes later, the car turned off, and the garage closed, and he came up, and he goes, I think you're right. And he made Sundays for me and him, and next morning, that card place had got raided. So now they would listen. I had these fucking morons under my spell. You want me to tell you what else I did, Joe Rogan? This was me and my stepdad had this weird relation. I got to an age where I wanted my mother for myself. You know what the feeling is, Joe Rogan. We've all through it. When you lose a dad and your mom remarries, there comes a day that he's not going to tell you what's going on anymore. And you know what? I just want you to know I'm the motherfucker that runs this joint. You might be sleeping with my mom, but I run this motherfucker. So once I gave him that advice, like it really, for a while there, him and I were going afloat, stealing his coins from his Santos. He had this San Lazaro, and that was everything to him. So he had this big bottle of like scotch that was empty, and he would put silver dollars in there, and I would steal them. And from time to time, he would come home and go, that bottle's looking light. Some stealing. I destroyed his mind for years because he was a very particular man. So he had different bundles of money. I got to tell you something. I respect him today because I saw him get out of the joint, and I saw what he did bookmaking and how he became partners on a butcher shop.
Oh, he started businesses?
He started different businesses. So after I saved that night with the baccarat, he would listen to me. And then one day I went, and I signed up for basketball in Union City, and they used to give, like now, if you sign your kid up, pay $80. And
right.
In those days, you just show up with an address. And they gave you a T-shirt, they put you on the team, and they gave me a number. They said, like, City Department of Recreation. It was a purple shirt. My number was C7. I walked in the house, and he goes, what do you got there? And I go, oh, I joined the basketball thing. And he goes, what number is it? He goes, 57. Cubans, again, are very superstitious. 57. He goes, put a number on that. And he picked up the phone. I go, 5. He called some guy, and he goes, give me 57 for $10. Guess what happened, Joe Rogan?
What happened?
The number came out. In my spell, right? This motherfucker at the age of 12. So he would listen to me and shit.
How old was the guy?
My stepfather at the time was 47, did not drink, did not do drugs, carried a straight razor, Joe Rogan.
A straight razor to cut people with?
Yeah, with the pants, with the straight razor. At this point, the guy had money. He would have a gold chain. He'd wear a Chinese tee, which a lot of people do not know what it is. That's what real pimps wear. They're silk, handmade shirts from China. And they have 3 little buttons. But when you're a real motherfucking spick, you cut those buttons and you get your initials and you put them in gold with diamonds in it. That's how spicks ran in those days.
Whoa.
And once I had him there, Joe Rogan, I had him. He trusted me. He trusted my eyes. One night we're in Union City and I fucking went somewhere, and on the walk back, there's a place called Pastor Music, and it was next to the New Moon Chinese restaurant. And I saw a bunch of unmarked cars. And I'll never forget that I went back to the bar, and I told him, I said, dog, I saw unmarked. Like, I had him.
Right.
And I go, I seen 3 unmarked cars up the corner. He was always scared of the phone. Even though he was a bookmaker, he never used the phone, Joe Rogan. Never used the phone, and he would never conversation close to a phone. Wow. This is because he always felt he did not like phone. He did everything like a pigeon. He would write them on a little piece of paper, real small, and fold them up and put his hat. And if he ever saw cops, he would just eat the piece of fucking paper. He didn't give a fuck. He always had the piece of paper somewhere close. Some motherfucker was a savage, dog.
Oh, my God.
So that night, cops were going to jump on us on the bar, but it was for a drug thing. It wasn't him. But when I went back, I told them, listen, the cops are up the corner, and me and him had me by the hand, and him and I walked from 29th and Bergen Line to 58th and Bergen Line down to Hudson, telling different bar owners that that's how untrustworthy he was of phones. Wow. And by the time we got back to the bar, we got raided. And there was his name was Monina, right? Monina is those crazy Cubans that Alba means good man. Like, you're my... Yeah, they're Abaquois. They're the ones that they don't eat pussy, and they don't eat pussy, and you can't fuck around with animals because of Saint Lazarus and all that shit.
Oh, they have a specific religion?
Yeah, they're men. It's a manhood. They were longshoremen in Cuba, and they maintain order. You fuck up, they come over and fuck you up. They were the wig. I'll never forget this. The guy Monina had a wig, and the cops were there. And they threw him, and I'm like 12, dog. I'm up against the wall. They're searching me too. They're searching my stepdad. They got Mom, and they went to Monina, and they searched him. And the cop looked at his wig, checked the wig, and they pulled the wig off. And he had a little aluminum with cocaine taped to his head. God,
oh my God, that's hilarious.
That whole bookmaking numbers world is fucking nuts that I grew up in. I love it. That fucking story I told you, being top of that hill at 17 and homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a lot of chances to ice myself, Joe. I had a lot of chances to ice myself. Thinking of getting out of fucking prison. And thinking of getting out on bail. When I got out on bail, I had a lot of fuck outs, my friend. Thinking of getting out on bail and knowing you're going to look at 48 fucking years. And you're a fucking loser, this. Think of all those opportunities. I used to break into a friend's house to sleep in his house at night. I slept in a rocket ship for a month outside at a park. You park and see those rocket ships and your kids play on them. I still remember going up 3rd floor of the rocket ship, finishing off my coke and jerking off on the 3rd floor at 5 in the morning outside in a park with leaves around me and shit. There was a lot of times I had that I wanted to do an idea. I would go up to the 3rd floor with a bottle of fucking Smirnoff Silver vodka, a bag, a sweatshirt, gloves with a missing finger, so I could fucking touch the rock and put them in my nose and shit. You know what? Now that's all funny. That's funny on the way up the stairs and shit. But when you're down and you're in that rocket ship, and it's 5 in the morning and it's 20 below zero. and you're thinking to yourself, fucking God took away my mother, God did this is all God's fault. Because this the same God that I was raised to believe that was going to help is doing all this. A lot of times I wanted to fucking do a swan dive, but I didn't. You know, it's so fucking, I was in those positions for a long time, Joe.
Yeah.
Now I got to look at you and go, Jesus Christ, look at Ike Turner's, Tina Turner's son killed himself yesterday. It wasn't Ike's, though. I thought it was Ike's son with her. You know, this trend of fucking peepsing themselves. That scares me. That concerns me. Is it something we're in? Is it something that we're getting weak on? You know, there was no blood drug. We can't blame fucking prescription drugs on
You know, he
this
was on one medication, some sort of medication, and it was something that was prescribed for him. Someone told me that it was malaria medication. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know if they've released that, but I'm sure he had to take some of that stuff
Yeah.
sometimes. But you know, you don't know what it was that did him in. I mean, according to some people, he really wasn't doing well. You know, I don't know. It's almost unnecessary for me to get the full story. I missed the guy. He's gone. That's it. You know, I mean, I don't need to. I think whenever someone does something like that, whatever it is, if there's one thing that people could point to and say, hey, there's a chemical that's responsible for this, or there's a gene problem that's responsible for this, or there's how could someone who's loved so much want to step out? I mean, that must be a terrible moment of pain to want to do it.
And you ever been on the computer listening to music on YouTube and you're writing?
Right.
And it just keeps playing songs, and you don't have no control of it. I started with Leonard Skinner, Simple Man.
Right.
And I kept going on the Skinner trip, and I went, and I came back, and at one point, up the outside world. And I'm sitting there. He says that line about out or something. Joe Rogan, my lip started shaking. Like I don't even know this guy, and I miss him. I don't know this guy. You want me to look you people and tell you I know? I met Chris. I don't know. One time at the Comedy Store, 6 feet away from me, Chris Cornell. That's it. And I started crying. Like, how could somebody like this go in a room and just ice themselves? Is this what I'm going to do because I'm in this fucking entertainment field? Because what would happen? And then I think about all these times. One time, I broke into my friend's house, and I broke in the window, and it was freezing, so I couldn't even sleep in that room. I had to sleep in the hallway. And there was a mattress on the wall that had, like, piss stains from all the kids. And I laid down, and I slept on it. And when I woke up, he had a dog, and it was too cold. He just let the dog shit downstairs. And there was, like, 20 pieces of little rolled-up shit that had been, you know, like when the juice goes out of them, they just roll. What's those things that you use as
organ? What are those? Accordions?
It was a piece of shit shrinks like an accordion when the moisture goes out of it. It really does. So if you take a shit that's this big, you put it in a box, come back a week later, it's like this big. How do I know that? Because I did it to a guy in prison. I took a shit in a welfare box one time. You know
Jesus.
You know the boxes of cheese where the cheese is American cheese?
Yes.
This dude had long hair and would always try to play me like he with the biker dudes.
Oh, so you took a shit in a box for him?
But he played where he lived he worked in the kitchen. He forgot I ran the kitchen, and it was all me and black dudes. So one day I got one of the welfare cheese boxes, and I took like a 22, 24. It looked like a lizard. It was just long, like, you know, thin at the end, like one of those things that
Tapered?
move.
Oh,
That's what it looked like,
snail.
a long brown snail. And I fit it perfect to this cheese box. And I took a flag, an American flag, like from the cheese, and I put it on top. And I put it in this drawer. And every night, and he had the first bunk on the way out. So everybody had to walk back. And all that guys would open the door and go, "God damn, it smells like shit in this motherfucker." And he came, I know it does. I don't know why it smells like shit in here. And after like a month, one day, everybody kept saying, "Man, it smells like shit." He went and opened it up, and he found this box. He opened it up, and I never forget him knocking on my bunk going, "To find out who did this to me." And I go, "What they do to you?" And he goes, "Look at this." And I go, "What is it?" And I knew it was shit. But it had shrunken down 24 inches to like 6 little inches.
Really?
It just shrunk down. When all the moisture goes out, it just shrunk down like a fucking... I don't even know why I'm telling you that story.
It's a hilarious story.
It's fucking crazy.
It's a hilarious story.
I used to snub a show for a living. $15 an hour in 1983. I would sit out there, shovel snow, and case the apartments. The whole Snowmass Village. Every time people go skiing, I know when they were leaving. I knew the whole thing.
Yeah, we did that.
I shot with snow for a living, man.
Yeah.
It was 8 hours. No, it was a full-time job in Snowmass Village.
Mm-hmm.
You just applied for it, $15 an hour, insurance. After 90 days, it was a ski pass. It was a job. It was a fucking job. That was your job.
Have you been lately?
No.
It's crazy.
I'm going this.
It's just
I could just
Beverly Hills in the mountains.
Yeah, I could just imagine.
It's all these rich people, and it's really weird. It's not what it used to be.
No, I know.
Like you go watch those old documentaries when Hunter S. Thompson was there. Was he there when you were there? Ever see him? Yeah. At Woody Creek? Did you go to the Woody Creek Tavern?
Weed and the nachos were fucking delicious there.
Yeah, food's still great there.
Did you go?
Yeah, it's still open. I ate there a couple years ago.
No shit.
Yeah, we went Aspen for a ski trip, and I said we got to go to Woody Creek Tavern. Got to go pay respects.
That was a place. Think about an 18-year-old kid. Just close your eyes for a minute.
There it is.
And I'm talking about.
Still open.
Oh, that changed a lot, dog.
Did it?
Yeah.
What changed?
It looks like a place now.
Well, it's a lot of photos of people on the wall.
When I was going in there, it looked like the barn.
Yeah?
83. I had a friend, Cato. Keith Korn was his name. And I told him, I go, listen, you got to deal with me. I love you to death. Don't knock my door unless you got the best weed in town. And when you do have the best weed in town, knock on my door. I don't care if it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And he would come over and tell me, I got great weed. We got to go to Woody Creek Tavern. First time I went in there. Now, you want me to lie to you and tell you I knew who Hunter Thompson was? I didn't know who the fuck he was. First time I went in there, he was in there with Bill Murray.
Really?
And Don Johnson.
Wow.
All right. First time I went in there. The second time was Don Johnson. The first time it was Bill Murray. I got my weed. I got the nachos. I didn't say a word. I didn't need to take, there was no pictures then. And I just walked out. And then on the way, the guy was telling me who Hunter S. Thompson was. Then a year later, the first movie came out. The first that was played by Bill Murray played him. That was Where the Buffalo Roam.
Yeah.
That good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. And then I went in there a second time and I saw Don Johnson. And that was fucking mind-blowing. He was hotter than shit on Miami Vice. And then I went in there another time and one of the Nitty Ditty Dirt Band were there with Hunter Thompson. They fucking party up there.
Wow.
And I was a kid. And they would tell you, if you go to the Aspen Airport, the bar, Clint Eastwood's there every night. Every fucking night. And I would not go up there. For some reason, I was just scared to meet Clint Eastwood.
And you're young.
And then Don Henley picked me up hitchhiking.
Really?
One time, I got in the car and he had that song, it was 83, 84, so he just put out Dirty Laundry. And he was big, the Boys of Summer.
Yeah.
I'm in the fucking, because Aspen used to have a hitching post. Okay, so when you finish your job at Aspen, you could just go to a hitching post and stand out there. If people went like this, that means they weren't going down valley. So if they did this to you, that means they were just going to like Snowmass or something like that.
Short trip.
And people would pick you up all the fucking time and just talk to you. What's going on? Where you from? Oh, I'm from there. Wow. And the first time it was Don Henley, and I still lived in Basalt. And then 4th of July, 83, I moved to Snowmass, and I was hitchhiking, and John Denver picked me up in a Jeep.
John picked you up?
Fucking Denver, Joe.
Wow.
And I'm like, come on, this isn't, no. And he's like, if you're not doing anything, I'm doing the thing that he does a charity up there every fucking year or something. I didn't even know. I was just
He's saying come show?
Yeah, like come up. It's free or some shit. And I'm like, wow. I just moved to Snowmass. I don't know anybody. Then like a month later, I go to Conoco in Old Snowmass. There's Snowmass Village and there's Old Snowmass. And I went to Old Snowmass because the guy was from New York and he had hot dogs. And I remember going there and seeing Goldie Hawn with Kurt Russell, like nothing. Sandals on. The girl, Kate Hudson, was a baby.
Wow.
Maybe 2, 3, 4 with her brother, a little brother that was a little older than her maybe. I used to see them all the fucking time. Wow. Man. Sidney Poitier used to come into the video store. I was shit. That's when I asked Robin Williams for an autograph. He told me no, and he had body odor. He stunk so fucking bad. He had been in the coke thing for like 4 fucking days.
Oh, no.
That was a magical place for a kid at 18. It was just something different, man. And I did a movie with Adam Sandler, and Don Johnson was in the back, and I had to do a scene with him. And after every scene, we had to go into this closet, and I would talk to him. And I go, I still remember you when you got chased down Galena Street. And he goes, you remember that? When Miami Vice was hotter than shit, like 86, I was in Aspen. And one night we were at like Patty Bugatti's, and you see a bunch of people running down the street. It's a bunch of women chasing Don Johnson.
Wow.
He's fucking running with his bodyguard down the street of Aspen. Fucking crazy shit. I can't imagine what it's like now. It doesn't have that homey feeling.
No, it's a different
The way out of Aspen, when you made that turn out, before you hit that road, the 82, there used to be a fucking diner on the corner, and they were known for their crumb cake, and you could smell it. So all you smelt when you passed that was the crumb cake and the smell of the chicory, like the burning in people's fucking tremendous. Like I never smelled that before. Like all those things, it was just, I was like a kid in a candy store.
It had to be a culture shock too, right? Coming from
shit. And
going to Aspen.
I remember the first come home and yell at my roommates, what the fuck did you do to me? They're all faggots. They all say good morning and hello, and, you know, people pulling over. Do you need a ride? Get the fuck out of here. And then they're like, no, you can't act like that. These people really want to help you.
So what brought you to Aspen in the first place?
My Jimmy Burkle he got thrown out of the Air Force Academy, and he went back home to get his weights, to get his Olympic weights and speakers. We drove cross country. He said he was going to Aspen. I knew nothing about it.
So he said, fuck it, I'll go for a ride?
20 people were looking for me, so I had no choice. So I came up with like $1,500. I bought the car for us to drive in. The axle fell off. And it was weird because he told me a date when he was leaving. But I was planning on robbing this bookmaker for a ton of dough. The guy had money in like a linen closet, and he would have like a register. It was like hundreds in the top, 50s in the second shelf. And every time I went in there, he would just open up the closet and take money out and pay us. And I go, we got to rob this guy. So I was waiting to rob this guy. I didn't want to go because I thought it was like a $20,000 day pay day, right? So I told him, just leave and I'll get a plane ticket. When he got to Pennsylvania, the axle fell. So he had to get towed back. And once he came back, I knew I had to go. Like, that was my sign. Like, I got to go. He broke the fuck down, this guy, to come back. And then I said, fuck, and I went with him. I was 18, I had no family, nothing going on, and nothing to lose.